Okay, so very quickly, I wanted to go over the banner because now that the maintenance is going on, they're actually releasing more info on everything as far as the events and stuff like that goes. But they actually have the, sort of festival draw, like more in-depth news on that. So I wanted to go over that specifically because this is going to be a huge thing on whether or not you should pull on this banner. So I think the biggest thing here to note is that if you are a free-to-play player or you just don't have any diamonds recoverable after the KOF banner, I don't think there's going to be enough stuff in this festival that's going to give you diamonds to get anywhere close to the 900 mark on this banner, which is very unfortunate. The biggest thing that pisses everybody off is that they released this exactly, right after the KOF collab is over with. Like literally, if the maintenance wasn't going on, I could do KOF collab stuff, and then, in 2 hours and 40 minutes, the festival is going to be started, and she's here. So there was really no downtime between these two huge events, which is just incredibly stupid. Like it's absolutely ridiculous that they did it like that. It just kind of goes to show that they're just rushing everything, and they're not taking into account that the player base is going to be suffering from this. So unfortunately, another big negative is that from what I can tell, I've went through all the pages, even the event lists and everything like that, and it does not look like we're getting any of these tickets unless there is a login bonus that they just haven't outlined or anything like that. It says for the tickets itself can be acquired through the Diamond Shop event, which means that it's just going to be like some bundles that give you tickets. Normally they end up doing like one bundle that has 33 tickets and one bundle that has like 66 tickets or something like that. I can't remember exactly how many tickets it is in the other bundle, but they're absurd. Like, I mean, one of them is like, I think it's $40 for the 33 tickets in one, plus you get like 50 diamonds or something like that, which isn't even enough for 2 multis. So yeah, pretty shitty deal on that. Obviously the loyalty rewards are, plain and simple. You get an SSR guaranteed at 300 and 600, and then once you hit the 900 mark, you can either pick between Lostvayne Meliodas or Goddess Elizabeth. So if you have been saving and you still have a lot of diamonds left over and you didn't summon on the Lostvayne banner or anything like that, make your way through this if you have the gems for it, because it's definitely going to be worth it for you. Because, Lostvayne is an insanely good unit, and then Goddess Liz is an insanely good support unit. So obviously they're both really worth having. So the biggest thing here is the SSR lineup, which is actually pretty good, and I'm really glad that it's not super shitty, because obviously, it would be ridiculous if the extra SSRs in this banner were bad. Then it would just be more crap stacked on top of each other. But they have a pretty decent lineup. Obviously, the 2 festival units are in the banner. You have Blue Demon Meliodas, which is pretty alright. You have Blue Lilia, which is good. Green Escanor, which is good. Obviously, Green Escanor has been out for a pretty good while now, so if you have him already, dupes are really helpful for Escanor's ult, but I think I actually just 6-6'd mine not too long ago off of a part 2 ticket, so I unfortunately can't use this, and I can't use Demon Melee. And I mean, Lilia would be nice, but we're actually getting a free copy of her from the login tickets for the Camilla banner, so I'm not super worried about her. But I mean, I guess extra dupes are okay. Zaratros is really meh. I don't really know what good Zaratros does, to be honest. I don't think he's really worth investing into, but it is what it is. He is a little bit newer. Maybe you missed out on his banner, because I know a lot of people were skipping his banner because it was during the final boss Deanne thing, and people knew that there was going to be more stuff coming. So if you don't have him, I guess that's an okay pull if you just end up getting him or just want him in general. Darieri is on the banner. Obviously, that is a big plus. Blue Zeldris is on the banner, which is a really big plus. Fraudrin is on the banner, which is kind of meh. I mean, if you want Fraudrin, that's great, but I feel like you have to invest a whole lot into Fraudrin for him to actually be a halfway decent unit. Red Estarossa is terrible, but he's on the banner, so it is what it is. Blue Melascula is not good, so it is what it is. Blue Gallant is on the banner. He's okay. He was a really good alternative to Green Escanor before Green Escanor came out. So, I mean, he's kind of good, I guess. With the new Green Gother being out and everybody running teams with Red Gother, it is kind of a nice, refreshing sort of feeling when I go up against a Blue Gallant in PvP. So, I mean, I don't know. If you want him, go for him. If not, you know, whatever. But he's been out for a while, so I'm sure you probably have him at this point, but who knows. Green Lilia is bad. Green Valenti is pretty decent. I don't really think you need a whole bunch of extra copies of her ultimate, to be honest. But, I mean, if you really want to, like, do that, then, I mean, sure, go for it. Red Mono is pretty bad, but, I mean, I know a lot of people skipped this banner and to green, or the Blue Easton's banner. So, if you get either of those units, Green, or Blue Easton is actually pretty decent. She's a good support unit because she can buff your attack stats and stuff like that. But, altogether, she's not really that great of a unit. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty decent lineup. It's a lot better. It's got a decent, like, bit of, like, you know, good units compared to the normal, like, filler stuff that you already have 6/6 pretty much, like Red Hauser and, you know, Red Arthur and Gil Thunder and Hendrickson and blah 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 blah. So I like the lineup a little bit better for that. It says, obviously, duplicates of Goddess Elizabeth are going to be festival coins and not platinum coins. This is a kind of a big thing, I guess, because in the coin shop, they're going to be adding the Lost Vein Meliodas exchange. So if you pull 3 copies of Goddess Liz, they become, or well, if you pull 4 copies, because obviously the first copy is going to be a new unit. And then you get 3 dupes of her, so you've pulled 4 overall. You'll have 3 of these festival coins if you don't feed the dupes. You can trade those for a Lost Vein copy. I don't really think that's worth it. 3 dupes of a festival unit for one of the other festival units is kind of meh, but if you want to and you pull extra copies of Liz and you just don't want to give them to her for maybe, you know, later, potentially you could save these for a later festival and get one of the other festival units that way. But I mean, I don't know, this has always been kind of like a sort of thing, because that's a lot of festival coins just for one unit, and you know, the luck of getting a festival unit in general is pretty low. So you normally, if you get an extra copy of them, you want to give them the dupe. So yeah, I guess these might be a little bit more relevant once they've done a decent amount of festivals, because obviously, you know, at that point you may have pulled extra copies or whatever. You may have 6/6 Lost Vein, or you may have 6/6 Goddess Liz, you know, way later down the road. So yeah, after that they kind of go over her skills and stuff like that, and they go over Hawk a little bit, which is kind of nice. But that is pretty much it. Big takeaway is, if you're free to play and you don't have the diamonds for this, I would probably end up just saving, because the odds of pulling the character off of these are pretty low. I don't actually think they have the rates for it and everything like that, but normally the rates for the 2 festival units are still like pretty low on these banners. So if you don't have enough to go through their whole rotation to guarantee that you get it, I would just say save, because there's no telling when the next festival banner is going to come out, and it's going to have the Blue King, where he has like the Guardian with him, Chastityful or whatever, in bear form. So yeah, that one's going to be a really big, you know, thing as well. A lot of people are going to really want him whenever he comes out. So if you want to just start saving some gems, and then, you know, once you hit the 900 mark or whatever, you can spend a couple gems on regular banners here and there, and then just kind of, you know, try to go for her on the next banner. Obviously the biggest downfall to that is that, you know, PvP is going to be unbearable without these 2 units. It's ridiculous how like meta driven this game is. So if you don't have these 2 festival units, who are, you know, leagues beyond any other character in the game, you're going to be pretty much screwed. So yeah, I'll be putting out more content and stuff like that on the patch whenever it comes out. So feel free to subscribe for more content in the future, and I'll see you guys in some videos this week. It's a big festival coming on. I do like all the events and stuff like that they do for these festivals. I do have to give them that. Like, there's a lot of content and a lot of stuff to go through, which is always fun for me. But, you know, just whatever, man. See you guys then.